Hey guys, it's Cora again. Today I'm here to talk to you about rosin. We have lots of different rosins. I'm going to talk to you about where rosin comes from and what it is. It is a resin that comes from trees, from pine trees, cedars, firs, a bunch of different trees. It comes from Asia, North America, Europe, a few different places. There's a lot of different colors of rosin. You can see we have a light rosin right here and a dark rosin right here. You might be wondering, why are there different colors? Well, it depends on when it was collected from the trees, when the resin was collected. If it was collected earlier in the year, you're going to get this light rosin. Later, you'll get the dark rosin. So light rosin is really good if you live in a humid climate. It's harder, and so it's going to stick better for humid climate. Darker is softer, so it's going to be better if you live in a dry, high elevation climate, kind of like here in Utah. This is what I recommend for all the customers that come into booth music here. So now I'm going to talk to you about why you need rosin. We've talked about where it comes from and what it is, and the difference in the colors, which one you should use for your area. And a lot of people come in and say, well, why do I need rosin? What's it for? Well, rosin is the thing that actually coats the hairs. The hairs don't make the sound themselves. You need the sticky substance on the hairs. This bow has never been used. There's no rosin on it. It's brand new. And so you'll see it barely makes any noise. This bow is a used demo bow. It has tons of rosin on it. So you can see this one made a lot more sound. That's because it has the rosin, which helped the hairs grip to the strings as I pulled. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about how to apply the rosin. This part is super important. When you're done playing, you want to make sure you loosen your bow. So before you apply your rosin, every time you want to make sure to re-tighten it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. A brand new rosin is going to look like this, super shiny. One that's been used is going to look like this. You can see it's kind of got this white powdery substance to it. That's what you want. You don't want to just apply the shiny. So when you first get your rosin, you'll kind of want to scrape it up a little bit with a key or on the side of the counter, whatever works, so that you kind of get it to look like this. And then you're just going to go up and down on the bow a few times. And that's about it. And then it should work. In the last video, we talked about basic maintenance on a violin, and I talked about wiping your instrument off. You want to make sure that you wipe your rosin off. So you wipe right here. You should also wipe the strings. If you don't, you'll get heavy rosin deposit on the strings. And over time, that will wear out the strings a lot faster. If it gets on the wood and gets caked on the wood for too long, it's going to start rotting the wood. You don't want that. So make sure you wipe off your instrument every time. If not every time, at least every few times before it starts getting caked on there. And finally, let's talk about the difference between student grade and professional grade. I get people in here all the time that ask, well, what difference does it make whether I buy the $6 one versus the $18 one? The student grade is going to produce a much grittier sound. It also produces a lot more powder. So this is really good for people who are just starting out and they're not too worried about their tone. They're just starting out and learning the basics. It's also really good for people who play the fiddle. They like a lot more powder. And we recommend this professional grade rosin for anyone who's performing or even recording. This is a great one. And you can find both of these rosins at the link below this video. Those are my tips on rosin today. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.